So just reload the page, open the developer console. Where are we? Eval, chess majors, eval. This is interesting. I don't know. It's like, here's the error, right? So if we stick a debug here, which is interesting because the browser knows that one of these things is browser capable, or that it's getting evaluated. God, that's amazing. Honestly, these tools are just impressive. Okay, so we put a debug break there, reload the page again, right, and then the interpreter stops on this line, so we can have a look at topo.json, which you can see is like content code completion, right? Topo.json is literally undefined, right? So then looking up here, topo.json is defined here, and I do not understand what this import statement even is. Module may declare up to one default export to import a binary, omit the curly brace the import statement. Yeah, I get that. So one, I've never heard of this before. Import default member. Right, okay, so import. Okay, so this imports the default from some module name. This imports specific publicly accessible properties, I guess, of the module. Default member name, that will refer to the module name. The URL of the module to export, the URL of the module to import. There should be a complete or absolute URL to the JS file containing the module, including the .js extension. Certain bundlers, along with Node.js, don't require the use of the extension, but the best practice is usually to use it unless you're certain that you don't need it. So I'm going to stop there, Daniel, and see if like this is going to help, because clearly whatever that import is doing, it is not importing topo.json, because topo.json is undefined. I guess potentially we could, wow, that's not even, put a debug break there. Okay, so like these lines are grayed out, which is like, that's some weird stuff. So like if we do like step over, so then we've imported getTween, and we've just, the next one, so getTween should be defined, is also undefined, and memoirs is defined. Okay, so next, so I'm going to step up out of here, finish a step up out of there, step up, step up, step up, step out, step out, step out, step out more. Crikey, okay, so step over, step over, step out, 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 exciting, exit context, self.drain, stepping out more, just keep stepping out, stepping out. Crikey, what on earth is this? Oh, okay. D3 events we've got going on now. and then we've gone all the way to here. Look. So like these 3 lines, I have no idea unless they've already been imported. So let's try doing that again. We can have a look at this topo.json. See, topo.json, the variable's already defined, which to me is probably why these 3 lines are grayed out. So 3 is probably, yeah, 3 is already defined. And what about so memoirs is already defined even though we haven't touched it. So it seems to me that the scope, the variables in scope have been read by the interpreter before those variables existed, or they've somehow happened somewhere else. So they definitely don't come from there. ES6 module. So ES6 module, I think, is they kind of show off about the whole thing being built in ES6 module. I don't know what that is, but that's like it's written on the website. So if we run this from here to here, right, so topo, okay, so let's see, 3, right, 3 is defined, D3 is defined, I don't know what 3 was, 3 is not defined, oh hang on, 3, version 3, unquote, 3 is not defined, D3 is defined, get tween is undefined, memoirs is undefined. What about map texture? Uncaught reference over map texture is not defined. What's the difference between being undefined and not defined? Oh, I see. So map texture is, it's available in the code completion here, which is probably done through source code analysis, whereas the actual state of the interpreter at this point doesn't have. So the interpreter's got the variable memoirs defined, has been defined somewhere, but it's empty, whereas map texture isn't defined in this space at all, which seems outrageous, but that could be because the import process happens asynchronously. So with the interpreter paused the way it is, some of this stuff hasn't actually happened yet. That's at least possible. So when looking at topo.json is undefined, like it doesn't even exist. So if we run up until right, so we should so now topo.json is undefined, right? So it exists in the space, but it's not been imported. So maybe try having a look at the way this module loading stuff works and see if it's being referenced properly. That's all I got.